extraordinary new film called JFK. JFK is actually the story of Jim Garrison, the New Orleans district attorney, who in 1969 tried to prove his conspiracy theory by bringing criminal charges in connection with JFK's death against a businessman named Clay Shaw. Garrison lost his case, but Oliver Stone has already won in LA because his controversial film has a lot of people talking about the film
what did you expect,
and about what really happened to John Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy's murder was probably one of the most terrible moments in the history of our country. Oswald's been shot. The government's gonna jump all over your head, Jimbo.
No.
It's kind of a real-life situation, David and Goliath kind of thing. I say, let justice be done, or the heavens fall.
When did you first become conscious that you were stumbling onto a truth?
Put it this way, there was a series of disturbing facts, and the more we studied the Warren Commission and all the books that questioned it, by the research community, it was really bothersome and very troubling.
I'm lost, boss. What are we saying? We're saying that when Oswald went to Russia, he was not a real defector.
No.
That he was an intelligence agent on some kind of mission for our government and remained one until the day he died. That's what we're saying. Therefore, because Oswald pulled the trigger,
No.
the intelligence community murdered their own commander-in-chief. People's perceptions have been altered from the very beginning of what governments wanted people to think at the time. I'll go you one better, Bill. Maybe Oswald didn't even pull the trigger. People thought he was crazy. You know, it's like, well, is it any wonder you've got, all these august bodies saying that we've checked this thing out.
We're talking about our government here.
No, we're talking about a crime, Bill, pure and simple. It's not any surprise to me that they could make him look foolish or make him seem like a crank or, they could make him seem like anything because it served their purpose to do that.
He was the most maligned individual I can think of since, he was treated as if he were a murderer, a serial murderer.
Time? Between 6 7 seconds.
And that's without
What
really
the fuck?
Key is the second and third shots came almost right on top of each other.
No. No.
In order to make this film?
I think so. I think you have to buy into any film you make. Because I haven't made any film that I thought was a lie.
So you take this car,
No.
short
No.
and you try to hit a moving target at 88 yards.
No.
Foliage? No way.
No
If you see
way.
the truth in
No,
your own mind,
no.
I had to believe that Jim Garrison thought that he saw
No.
the truth. That can never change. If you're a man of character, a woman of character, once you've seen something, you can never go back from that again. Could the mob change the parade route, Bill?
No.
Eliminate the protection for the president? Could the mob send Oswald to Russia and get him back? Could the mob get the FBI, the CIA, and the Dallas police to make a mess of the investigation? It was about trying to eliminate this point in time and the events that somehow followed after it.
There are 4 movies in this movie. There's the Garrison investigation, there's the recreation of Dealey Plaza, the assassination, there's the Oswald story, and then there's the Washington, D.C. kind of story that goes on behind the scenes.
It's unsettling on so many levels. Do you think that's why you got all the advanced publicity?
Never before has a movie been attacked like this.
No.
Before it was finished.
No.
And those people in the media what are they scared of? What is so dangerous about this movie? What is it that this movie could possibly do unless they in some way are trying to protect the Warren Commission?
I never realized Kennedy was so dangerous to the establishment. Is that why?
That's a real question, isn't it? Why?
He would have moved and was moving to end the
No.
Cold War.
President Kennedy intended to withdraw our troops in Vietnam. He didn't want to fight that war over there. Why was Kennedy killed? Who benefited? Who has the power to cover it up?
I'm not trying to make politically correct movies. I am trying to deal with things that bother me. I think the Kennedy murder really affects all of us.
I stepped down to the curb and yelled, "Hey, Mr. President!" And then shots rang out. I looked up and I saw smoke coming from over there on the knoll.
That's a good spot, Chief. The headshot.
Apa? Itu tinggal naik.
No way.
perusahaan rental liburan yang mewujudkan